Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. We have to start like every video like that just to make sure because we don't have a real cameraman.
Because we're inexperienced.
Yes. Hey everybody. Welcome to the staging area, episode 5. We got 5 of these things. I am here with
Trip Pants Tyler.
and
Nate.
Nate's in his first video, so go easy on him. So yeah. Today we're coming to you to talk about the UFS community as a whole. Everyone says the UFS community is awesome and great, but what does that entail? Like, what does that mean? I think it's different for each person. Different people react differently to different communities. So, Tyler, start us off. Why do you think the UFS community is one of the best, if not, well, yeah, that's what I said. If it's not the best community, whatever.
For me, it's the camaraderie of everybody. Coming from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z, everybody was really out for themselves. People got their stuff lifted, and
Yeah, you don't hear about UFS stuff very often going missing, unless someone grabs it on accident to like hold it for somebody, and then it's just like
two people having Proto Man deck boxes.
Yeah, it's just like, well, okay, I accidentally did it or whatever, or like I was at a tournament in Omaha. I lent someone a deck. They lost it. They thought they lost it. Someone had actually grabbed it and put it behind the counter, so no one would steal it. So go ahead, continue. Sorry for interrupting.
No, that's fine. People don't try to rip each other off on trades. Everybody's really lenient about our cards, which I think a lot comes from the lower price of our cards.
Yeah,
there's not really any ball busters out there.
Whoa, well.
There are some ball busters, but 40 compared to like $100 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, I get that. Nate, your thoughts?
Just to kind of piggyback on what he's talking about, coming from Magic, just the difference in price and people willing to actually trade you for cards.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is necessarily super rare.
Unless
you have like King of Fighters,
like Neo Max, whatever. But
apart from that, like I said, everything's pretty accessible and everybody's usually pretty willing to kind of trade for stuff you really need.
No, I agree with that. Me personally, coming from Dragon Ball Z, Versus wasn't too bad, but Dragon Ball Z in general, the first iteration from Score, I had a great group of friends, but like in my team, we were close.
Yeah.
But we hated everybody else.
Yeah.
You just didn't like people. You just didn't like certain people just because they're cheaters or they rip people off or whatever. But
they just
like,
bitch the whole time
the first time I traveled for a PTC, I got to stay in someone's house in Omaha. It wasn't Miles, it was Ken. He let me and Eric stay. He didn't even know us.
Yeah,
they just want people to show up. And now I go out to Omaha, and Miles and Danny let me just crash on their couch in the basement, and they let 30 people stay at their house. The whole PTC stays at their house for the most part.
And I had a similar experience going with you to my first tribal PTC in Michigan.
Yeah.
Phil Birch let me.
Yeah.
Had no idea who I was, and
that's a great story. So let me segue into how this man got his nickname Trip Pants. So it's his first travel PTC. He's never traveled out of state period for a card game. And we show up to Whirly Ball. This was last year. Last year, right?
Yeah.
It was last year. Yeah, it was last year. Yeah. It was last October or whatever.
Yeah.
So we show up to Whirly Ball. And everyone's hanging out and stuff, and I hear Chris, I'm gonna fuck you.
Can't say fuck on YouTube.
I don't care.
Okay.
Well, edit this out. Break, go forward. He goes, I'm gonna do some things to you. And then while we're playing Whirly Ball, he goes, Chris, is Trip Pants staying at my house? And Phil Birch, bless his heart, gave this man his nickname, which will ever be immortalized as Trip Pants. So thank you for that,
Even when
Phil
I don't
Birch.
wear them.
Even when he doesn't wear them. And Mark Wisniewski loves you because you're a Suicidal Tendencies fan. He loves you. I love you too, Mark. You're great.
Slam's great.
Slam is awesome. So yeah,
Slam and Phil are great.
yeah, they're actually some of the great people in this game where they're like, hey, you coming out? Sure, stay at my house. Like, I think the first time I actually really hung out with Phil, other than that, is he stayed at my house. Like, he had never stayed at my house before. You know, let him stay. Like Robin Scott from Maryland. The first time they came out to the PTC, Kevin too. Like Kevin Broberg, I never really hung out with Kevin, and he's like, I need a place to stay. I was like, you can stay at my house, I don't care. You know, like the UFS community is great because we take care of each other.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like we play card games, and we get pissed off at each other
We
for
get
like
salty.
8 hours straight,
Yeah.
and then we all just pick up and go to dinner.
Yeah, that's
And, or we kick it over at
Nate's house
Nate's
last year,
house,
Trent's
playing
house
games,
this year.
Trent's,
Yeah.
drinking beers, you know.
yeah, that I don't
Doesn't
know.
matter if you're good at cards.
Doesn't.
The community's
Look at us.
where it's at.
We're bad, and
I'm very
we're bad, and people like us for some
We're
reason.
the 3 original Rockford. And
yeah, and we're still bad.
Yeah, we're still.
Yeah,
we're
our
terrible.
time's coming though. But anywho, I digress. But is there anyone you want to give a shout out? I know you said Mark and Phil. Is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to that's really
Mark,
you've drawn, that you've kind of, you know?
Me and Miles have really gotten past just card games, and we've moved on to playing fighting games competitively. I'm gonna get your ass, promise. One day, it won't happen.
He's dreaming.
Still hasn't beat me in UFS.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
yeah. Anyone else? Or is that pretty, like, you've already said a few people.
He doesn't want me to do it, but Chris does a lot of work for this community. No, you really do.
Thanks. I appreciate
You
that.
do a lot. You do a lot of the footwork.
This isn't a stroke
No.
of my own ego video, by
And-
the way.
Yeah, that's why I didn't tell you that I was going to do it. But you do a lot of groundwork. And
Thanks, I
you
appreciate
let
that.
you let people stay at your house, and you organize outside events. I mean, the MCS. You know,
Yeah.
just go and want people to play more cards.
I just want people to play cards and have fun, man, because I'm getting old and I'm tired of all drama bullshit. I just want to have fun. I'm an old man, damn it. You, Nate, anyone you want to, acknowledge in the community that's really shines out to you?
My local play group, first and foremost, because I see these assholes on a weekly basis.
But we love you, though.
I know. Well, sometimes it's a weekly basis if I show up for them.
That's true. That's true. This man was gone for like 2 months. We thought he died.
Everybody that I've ever played, you guys are more than just other competitors. You guys are family. I've never felt awkward in front of any of you guys. If I had any questions, I've never had any beef with anybody. No one's ever gotten into like a fist fight or anything like that.
That's
super
yet.
cool.
Yes.
Super cool. Yeah.
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 I want to throw.
Oh,
Go ahead. I'm
Chris.
sorry.
Chris for handling all of our local,
I try, man. It's so hard.
handling all of our local stuff.
So hard.
He really does work behind the scenes. And
Yeah.
Sometimes he's obnoxious, and sometimes he just needs to let us play. But
I think I kind of do. Yeah. But I want you to get better.
I know. And
But you've topped singles before I have.
I know.
That's good. Like Ryan Pham is my greatest success story. I'm never gonna stop talking about him. He
But
won a
now he
PTC.
works for Jasco.
You know, he won a PTC. Now he works for Jasco. So that's it. But anywho, I want to throw an acknowledgement out to Miles. That man does tons of work out in Omaha for Legendary Wolf Games. His community. Sean O'Brien, he does the Rochester CCG stuff. He took a poor lad like me and put a shirt on my back. I appreciate that. Sorry I didn't come through for you. Phil and Mark, I love you guys. You guys are. I can always bounce deck ideas off of you guys. Phil will tell me it's horrible, but then he'll give me constructive points, which is great. I don't care. I know how Phil is. Phil's awesome. But I want to thank my guys for putting up with me. That's awesome, and thanks for you guys for watching. We kind of turned this into a love fest now, so we need to put some like sweet music at the end of this. But I just want to say thank you for watching, and catch you next time on the staging area.
See ya.